Hello and welcome back. First of all, I do apologize for not being around. Been busy with work and some other stuff which you guys will see in the future. Now in today's video, well, obviously first look at that, the car is on the road. Yes, but it wasn't too hard. I will explain to you guys what I had to do to get the crown on the road. So in today's video we go through that. I'm gonna be replacing the fuel pump. There's nothing wrong with the fuel pump, but it's just too loud being in the boot. You can hear it all the time, especially when you're idling. And so yeah, so the fuel pump will be moving, or obviously I'll be using a different fuel pump that sits in the tank that was bought recently. So the fuel pump was actually for a 2JZ universal setup, so it goes into any car. And yeah, and I'll be taking the car for a drive. Stay tuned. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the label for the engineering passing through. Now the mod code which I got here, it's LA1 and LB1, which if you search them up it will tell you what sort of changes was done to the car. Now in some states you get the metal ones in Victoria, or maybe this guy that I went through, he gave me the sticker. You can't get that sticker off, or you'll be destroying it. Anyway, so that's one thing. Now the story was, I contacted 3 different people. The first one was saying that I need to go bigger brakes, which I needed brakes out of early Camry. I scratched that because I didn't want to do any more on the car. Literally the work I've done on the car, I said to myself, this is it, I'm not gonna do any more. I either get the engineering done easily without doing any changes, or just sell the car. So the first one says I need to go bigger brake. All right, so I paused that. The second guy I contacted, he was saying that my let me get that close, my exhaust is too close to the power steering box. Now it's not too close, I've got an inch or two. The flange is getting closer, but the actual exhaust is not too close to that. So I scratched that one too. I didn't want to buy extractors or any changes. Now the third guy that I contacted, he was really nice. He was you could ask him a lot of questions, and I will put that in the comment. I will tell you which guy he was. He was very helpful. Now he went through the car. He was very surprised that I did not do any cuts or any changes in the body. I did explain to him that it was a direct fit. He asked if I hammered the tunnel for the gearbox. I said no, so he was happy with that. The only changes that he wanted me to do was getting the exhaust quieter, because when he measured the how loud it was, it passed 96, which was really loud, so I had to get the exhaust quieter. The only thing that I changed was the muffler. And the next thing, he asked me to put the factory wheels, because you can see these wheels is sticking out by an inch or two. So got those changed, got the exhaust changed as well. Took the car back to him. He went through it. The same day he called me, he said the car is ready. Paid him off, got the car back. Took it back to the roadworthy. Now the roadworthy guy, first he picked on the pot filter, but then when I gave him the certificate mentioned that I could have one mod, and they did mention that this pot filler is okay to have, so they didn't pick on that. So once the roadworthy was done, I put the alloy wheels back and I put the exhaust, and now the car is on the road. Yeah, that's about it. Let me show you guys the fuel pump that I installed recently. Alright, so obviously the fuel pump that I have, so the fuel pump sit here, it's external, and then I get the filter sit somewhere there. So the MS85, they do have a drain plug somewhere there, and so I fitted a benjo bob somewhere there, and then obviously into the filter, into the pump. That pump is extremely loud. So in today's video I'll be removing all of that, take the tank off, put a new fuel pump, and we go from there. Right, so this is the fuel pump I have purchased for this setup now. It's a Bosch brand, and it's this is the part number EFP007B, which is EFP stands for electronic fuel pump. Simple, huh? And then, so it is universal, but it's specially for 2JZ. So you got the hose, the plugs, and the 2 clamps, and 2 different filters. So you get bigger filter and smaller. So this is for being universal. You can put it on any tank, and that's the fuel pump here. There you go. Made in China. Here you go. Now the other things that I'll be using is, let me see what they called, bulkhead terminals. Here you go. So I'll be drilling the fuel pickup from the top and then getting my wires through. Here you go. That's the safest way I can do. Seven and a half inch or inch. I just want to see if 7 and a half inch. Yeah. Okay, so now it's a matter of finding how deep this fuel pump needs to go. Stainless washer. Alright, so I'm gonna go by what the instructions tells me here. So it says put 1 washer here, so right after the plastic nut that has a o-ring, and then, sorry, my bad, and then you get the thin nuts. There's 2 nuts there, the terminal, then another washer, and then the bigger nut. So I'm gonna just give it a quick test. There you go. Alright, so back into the car. I almost forgot something. It's where the nipple is. That's where the clip is. It's got little teeth in it. And push it in. With probably a screwdriver. There you go. And that's there per minute. Alright, so I had to redo the pump, so I had to bend the terminals here because before that they were hanging toward the other sides. It was hard getting the pickup in. Now it's a lot easier. I tested it again. I put a smaller clamp here, so it should be easier than before. Alright, so the camera died. I couldn't film exactly what I've done. Now the old fuel filter and the pump, it was removed. It's right here. So I plumbed the new fuel pump in the tank. Lucky the wires that used to power the pump here, it reaches this pump here. Also I did plug the tank, so the original plug here. I just had to put the grommet back. I did a quick wash here because I had fuel all over the boot. Now let's give it a test. So I have no leak. It's much quieter. I hated the other one. It used to be really noisy. Freaks me out sometimes. Getting 40 psi here, so recommended for 2 days is 38 to 42. I think 38 is without vacuum and 42 with vacuum, or it's the other way. One of them. Sitting on 40, which is good. No leak, runs good. Just have to take it for a drive.
Alright, here you have it. I think it requires one more coat and it'll be beautiful. Still got tiny scratches here and there. Just on the roof, the reason it was because the car was sitting for a long time in a shed, so I'm assuming dust, stones, whatever from the wind. But yeah, I'm not expecting perfection. It is an old car. As long as you get that shininess in it and smoothness, that will do. You see how that is on the other side? So gonna do the other side, jump to the boot, bonnet, and then go all around it and call it a day. Alright, this is the final result. I just did a quick polish, didn't go too crazy, spent an hour and a half to 2 hours. To be honest, I didn't time myself. I only did the bonnet, the roof, and the boot or trunk, whatever you want to call it. The side looks still alright. It's not too bad, but yeah, that's how it looks. Very big dent here, and there's another one here, but that's okay. That's a character on the car, which I don't mind. And now it's time to take it for a drive. Alright, off to the freeway. She's definitely loud, but very smooth. And she plays really the only thing I need to do is take money to put fuel limit. Isn't too bad. The other thing is go through the bolts and nuts and double check everything. Just make sure it's anything to alignment, but that's okay. Nothing too crazy. Alright, here you have it. The fuel pump is done. Did a quick polish, took it for a drive. I didn't push it too hard, just a few kilometers down the freeway, which is okay. And just gonna wrap up this video for today. Well, thank you very much again for watching, and have a good one.